Enigma long on the YM2. Enigma short on the YM2. Harmonic NQ on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6.
Mic check, mic check. Let's see. The ear piece in there. All right, there we go. Now I can hear. Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, early in, early out. Let's get full auto rolling here. I decided to go ahead and restart and get a nice, clean, fresh run here this morning. We had NFP at 8:30. And that oftentimes brings some pretty massive volatility. I saw the notes and alerts from our brokers there that are increasing margins temporarily. That is back down to normal now. However, I just kind of wanted to clear the data there this morning. If you need to do that, run the it's a little bit long. I need to probably shorten the name of this because I can never even remember the name of it. Still, here we go. You're going to run the ALGO box new clean high priority startup.bat. There we go. It's a mouthful. So ALGO box new clean high priority startup.bat clears your data, your logs, clears the cache, and has it requery the data servers to make sure you've got some nice clean data there as you begin the morning. And I had my system on overnight, so I want to go ahead and clear that data, especially after NFP. Let's go up here to get full auto turned on across the boards. Harmonic NQ on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6. It is full auto Friday, so generally I like to kind of rely on my full auto a little bit more than normal. Early in, early out on a Friday comes from a couple of things. First of all, early in my career, generally, I didn't do as well on Fridays. That's not kind of the same now. Oh, I think I want to grab this. Hold on, I got an HMD, ready DD, double ready DD here. Yeah, bottom left here. Can't pass up this one. All right, we'll take that for trade number one there. Grab a little $800 bag here this morning. Early in, early out on a Friday. And if a play set up like that shows up, I mean, I'm gonna grab a bag. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would I not do that? Let's get this name here. Can anybody give me the name? The full name. Extra bonus points if you get the full name for what this play is here. Look at it. I'll give you a hint. It's kind of complicated. There's a lot going on there. Like a lot of confluence. So let's see if you can catch it all. Look at it. Screenshot it. Maybe pause the live stream here for a second. Type in the name. Let's see if you can get it. Now, like I said, a lot of confluence going on there. Multiple strategy entries going on right there. We got a guess there from Missile Super Double Dot HMD. Close. There's some more in there. There's some more. Gonna see if anybody can get all of it. Nah, he doesn't got it. There's more than that. And remember, I'll give you a hint. There's two ready DDs here right before the play. Let's see. I'm going to get the super chat here on screen. Let's see if anybody gets... I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on there. And you don't have that double ready DD scenario happen with events too often.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
Yeah, you got a power super AO in there as well. Super power headshot PRZ cross HMD DDSR. Pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. A DDSR would be two yellows. So then that would be DDSR double delta shift reversal. But this isn't a shift. How many of you guys remember Super Duper? It's Super Duper when you have two. That's tricky. Again, that's pro level. You don't have to know it, but it's a super duper. Super duper double dot power HMD PRZ cross short. I'm pretty sure is the whole kit and caboodle there with a super duper at the beginning. Double dot power HMD headshot. Oh, I forgot the headshot part too. Plus headshot. I mean, all the above. All the above. There's a lot going on there. Super duper. Just started out. That was, yeah, 50 bagger. 50 bagger. Let's get the measurement from the bottom to the top. There's 92 ticks in there, so good for T1 and T2. I still just held it to T1 because over here, we still did not quite have a red. We weren't quite on red there. We were on green side to neutral, so I still held out really kind of to T1, but it did end up giving enough for T1 and a T2. Oh, wow, T1 and a T2 there. Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted by a perfect trade there this morning, what I was talking about is early in, early out on a Friday. We've got still about 12 minutes to the US Open. So we are pre-market here.
Harmonic NQ on the 6th.
And let's see. Vinny, why not run Super AO along with Enigma on the bots? So do you really want to know the answer to that? So do you understand why we would divide strategies per account and things? Have you seen, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Like, look, okay, I'm gonna pretend like this is a serious question. Okay, why would you not run two strategies against each other? Well, first of all, you could be running against each other, number one.
Fib.NQ on the 40.
You can cut plays short, you can enter in two things at the same time. You can be stuck trying to play two different directions at the same time. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you don't want to just turn them on both at the same time. However, with the capacity to control them with the buttons themselves, depending on what the cadence is at that time, might be a good idea to select one or the other. It's not necessarily wrong to do both. I'll be honest, I have not run it long enough to know, and what time frame would I run it on and settings. So a lot of what I do here is we're trying to simplify trading, not make it complicated. Like, everything is fine when the markets are fine, but there's like this concept of insurance policy. Like, there's this, how do you ensure that, like, right now, how do I know that Trump's not going to tweet right now? How do I know that in the middle of some event that, who even knows? You don't want a lot of things running all at the same time, in my opinion. You need to kind of classify things. There's only so many things that a single person sitting in front of a desk can manage. And I know what the common thought is that, well, full auto just solves all of that, right? Oh, it's just hands off and it just does its thing. That's like saying a business with employees runs itself. So, pop quiz. Can a business that has employees run itself? Let's get deep on the conversation. If a business has employees, can a business with employees run itself? I see some no's there. Yeah, I mean, but there's employees. But you hired some people, and they're just, I mean, there's people, they're being paid. I mean, it's got to be good. They got to do their things. I mean, you know, they eat, breathe, sleep, poop, and they can do stuff. Okay. So organizing those into something that's valuable to the company, therein lies the trick of that. Let's say that you figure out what you want your employees to do, and then you put them in front of the cash register. Are you going to leave them unattended and just be like, you know, run the store? Yeah, run the store. I'm not going to be around. So my idea around that is, so my bots are just employees to me. And are you going to tell one employee to do all the jobs? Like, I want you to clean and mop the floors. I want you to run the cash register. I want you to stock the shelves. I want you to run the electrical systems in the back. I want you to handle the HVAC system. I want you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, one employee, you know, you want each of your employees to specialize in something that they're doing. There's a whole lot of reasoning around that. So business mindset is the first thing that I would put on your mind, and I am going to flatten all. My bots hit 1500 on the morning, early in, early out. I am hitting flatten all. Full auto, they're up 1500 while I am gabbing away. That's what I like to do on a Friday. Let's see, come up top here, go training full 4K. There we go. Okay, so just went across there and hit flatten all. Then turned off the bots there as they approach and went over. Again, for me, if the bots have contributed and added about $1,000 to my P&L on any given day, I'm good. So that's what I use that flatten all button for. That's going to flatten everything in that account. So that's another thing. So these guys are all working together, running the Enigma, right? Now I could have another batch of employees running Super AO, or again, me creating this panel. This is for platinum members. Okay. Platinum member. And so here's the thing, by the way, this is going away at the end of this month. Okay. Nobody else is going to have access to platinum, but there's a certain mindset of the individuals in platinum that understand business, because look, this is like kind of having any other kind of, weapon. I don't know what you're blocking my stuff here, but I'm talking about weapons from video games. We're talking about weapons. Okay. Talking about video game weapons. Weapons can be used for two things, right? They can be used for good or evil kind of thing. And they can be used for offense or defense. But you need to be properly trained around those because you can shoot yourself in the foot, right? And we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. We want to be really good with that. But this is, while this has a lot of power and can be used for good, it can also be very dangerous, okay? It is elusive that, oh, wow, it's so easy. It's great because, oh, man, it's just, look at, I've got all these great buttons here. I can arm long, short, semi-auto, full auto. I can super AO, because this is the question. It's like, why don't I just run everything? Why don't I just press every button here? Oh, I love buttons. Me love button. Let's just push everything. Arm, oh, Mac, yeah, that one too, that one too, that one too. Yes, yes. Do it all. And then I'm not enabling this right now because that will engage it. All right, I can press all these buttons and then turn that on. But experience. So when I was saying earlier, to be honest, so I have not run this long enough with enough experience to know whether or not this is successful or not. Okay, I have run these individually, and I know that Enigma does really well. The Super AO came as an afterthought, as a wish list item from some of our members in the Platinum crew. Said, hey, could we do Super AO like this with the filtering? And during that whole window sprint, and it's just like, what, 2 years ago? Maybe no, it's been that long? Yeah, wow, 2 years ago-ish. So we went through an entire sprint, putting together the Super AO into the whole panel that used to just be Enigma only with all the filtering. And we put in a triggering of Super AO, which is not a simple thing, no small thing. Super AO is multi-level double delta shift. I'm sorry, double delta, not shift. Double delta plus your order flow event. And that combo trigger versus this one, it's a total, I mean, I won't say it's a totally different trigger, but it is. It's a totally different trigger for the entry and the filtering mechanisms and everything else. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, and it's not as easy. So here's what's interesting about this is, while the buttons make this very easy to access for a novice user and or / power user, this is outside the window of the NinjaTrader strategy analyzer. Now that's a lot of words. If you have been around NinjaTrader for any period of time and done any full auto, you know that traditionally everything in NinjaTrader for strategies is run on the strategies tab. Now that is this right here, okay? And this is a whole thing in and of itself to learn, okay? Right now, you notice under strategies for me, it is blank. There is nothing in here. Now, if you go to my full auto videos and things like Lunchbot, Headshot Bot, Two Finger Salute Bot, etc. These guys run in this window, right? And over here on the right, this little enabled column, this is kind of your, this is your full level of control of turning on or off the system. You're like check, 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 depending on what instruments you're running it across. And you just turn them on and you leave it. You can't mess with it. Look, if you don't know what this means, that's okay. But to the people who have done strategy analyzer, you know what I'm saying. If you touch anything inside of this, you hit an ATM or you hit an entry or you want to modify an order while this is running, it will disable the strategy because of the way that orders are managed inside of NinjaTrader. There is an order management system. And if you override it by taking any trade on that account, you know that this basically disables, you have to reset, all that kind of whatnot. While this can be powerful, each one of these is going to be a line item in the strategy area, but once you set it here, you can't do anything with it. Okay, it's like it's on or it's off, and it just runs, and it does. That's like, well, that's the dream people like sell you, is that, oh, it's just dream, it just runs, and it's guaranteed to make you money. No, it's not. They're just employees. But the level of access and control, the good news that's here in the strategy analyzer doing it like this is I have access to the bow. What is bow? Say bow is wow. Because it's awesome. Wow, what is that? Backtest, optimization, walk forward, and there's an M in there as well. At the end, you can do a Monte Carlo as well to make sure that you didn't just get some, you know, mass lucky run type of scenario as well. All built into NinjaTrader, but that has to be run through the strategy analyzer. Yes, M for the extra points. That's right, DJ. So I cannot, though, run that with this. Okay, so like, what's the limitation? Remember, everything has a pro and a con in life. Okay, the pros, there's a lot of pros in my opinion of being able to access this, and I can run the ATMs. Like, I can do both. I can come over here and execute and intervene in plays, or add to positions, or, you know, execute plays with this because it's implemented as an indicator on the chart, and have full level control right there in buttons that you can't do in the strategy analyzer method. However, the drawback is I can't run a backtest. I can't run an optimization on this. I have to code something separately to do that. And I just haven't spent a lot of time doing that. And that really, it's because I'm just, at the end of the day, I want to maximize my P&L. Results matter. And so I have to think about where I'm spending my time. Now, if you would like to spend your time in that area, that is what Platinum membership is for, but that's very expensive. It's a whole thing. Okay, market's just opened up here. We are about, well, we're seconds after the US Open here. Missed a nice little big 8.7 up there, up top there, but that's all right. We are one trade in here so far this morning. Don't forget, the mega sale ends in 14 hours, so that will go up $50 a month. We will still have a sale, but it will not be as awesome as it currently is. It will be an additional $50 a month if you wait. Okay, I'm gonna grab that there real quick. I don't like that I'm hearing buyers non-stop on that. That's risky. Got a super AO here. They could start marching this up here. This could be one of those crazy buy fests. I'm gonna pull off half as we start to drop. There's a level 10.6 on the 55 tick drop. Is there any more in it? There is. Beautiful. Butamus. And there we go. And I'm done on the day. Super AO for the win. Let's go. 40 to 62, 80. 2 plays on the morning. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's click that up there. Is that enough for a chicken dinner? I think so. Chicken dinner. Now I'll be thinking about my bonus again on a Friday. I want to be early in, early out. Go hang out with the family. Do fun stuff, live life. And again, I think I was starting to talk about this morning. Historically, in my early, I mean, I've been in the career way too long here doing this, so it's all relative now. I would say relatively early in my career, Fridays were not my best days, and so I would be like, look, I'm gonna take my plays in the morning, and like, I just haven't figured out Friday. I feel like now, I mean, I kind of have figured out Fridays, and I didn't have ALGO Box fully built out the way we have it now. That's the other thing about, like, ALGO Box isn't just we just put all this together and it happened overnight. This is 10 years. This is our 11th year. Well, technically 12 if you pre-public exposure. This has been a long time coming. As versions increase on, like every software, they get better over time. And the way that the system is now, it's like incredible. But early in my career, on like struggling Fridays, I definitely didn't have access to everything that we have now. Does that make sense? The 2-minute workday. Yes. Are we 2 minutes past the US Open? Yeah, we're coming up on 3 minutes past the US Open now. All right, another spot. We got a power PRZ cross right here with a red dot over on the right. There's the second one. Another spot where we could take a quick short right there. Are we on the sell side? We are. Yep. A little bit too fast to be easy, but you saw it develop right there. Could have been an easy little quick bonus play there for us. I mean, name that one. There's all kinds of things going on there. You got a super AO, you got a power PRZ cross, you're at the top of a channel, and you are large and king timing with the background color. So I have the background colors. These verticals here are representing large king timing, and those are automatically drawn for you. I changed those earlier in the week to only show large and king right now. I actually wanted to change the opacity of those. I will likely lighten the opacity on those before Monday. Good morning, Tom. Great to see you. Real-time protection off. You know, I didn't check that this morning. Yes, let's make sure that is off. Don't want to be slowed down by that. And let's zoom back a level here. So 2 time frames with C. Do we have any news? We have 10 a.m. news. PMI numbers will be there at 10 a.m. And of course we had the big red star stuff there this morning. NFP, unemployment rates, retail sales, all that good stuff there at 8:30 a.m.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
I forgot to play my song. Nah, I didn't forget to play it yet. I'm just keeping my head in the game until I get that 3rd bonus. Don't want to celebrate too early here because we were caught in conversations. I want to. I know there's more trade to be had. What's our time here? Barely at the open, 9:35. See if I got my bonus play. But technically I did get to that 4K, but lately we've been doing 10K and more days. We've been doing 5-figure days around here lately because the markets are so volatile. Are we just gonna keep selling off here? Okay, might see a bounce here now. Look at this. We got an Enigma and a Fibella dot and a Ready DD there. So super dot, super moon right there. Maybe potential bounce. Bounced a little bit into divergence, 8.9. Like we're cracking the 8.9. Here's large king timing. Super AO. Big bounce out of the Super AO. Might be worth a shot here on the shark back. If we tap that shark back, I got my finger over the sell here. Again, on my bonus, I just want a perfect play kind of set up there on my bonus. I don't want to give back my chicken dinner. So when I'm thinking about the bonus, I want to get that perfect play. That's not a bad one right there. That's an HMD. Anybody take that HMD in there on that shark? Moving very fast. So right now we're dealing with super fast. So it's not exactly ideal. In fact, I'm going to turn my psychology bot on here because I want to take an absolutely perfect play here for my bonus. It is a Friday and I want to be early in, early out. I like to go into the weekend on that win. Just feels good to, you know, go in and go hang out with the fam with a big smile on your face, and you rocked it out. Good morning, WFS. Great to see you. New Algo Box learner. Hey, great to have you in the crew. Welcome aboard. Don't forget, for the new folks here, got 14 hours for that $199 a month offer, and then it will go to $249 a month here tonight. It will be $50 more per month. So last chance to get that $199 offer there on the website using code SAVE40. I believe the buy button already has that pre-built in, but if you want the code,
Enigma long on the GC on the 6. Enigma long on the GC2. Divergence down Q on the 6.
There it is. Use code SAVE40. Get that $199 a month, and that's for 18 months, and then you own it for lifetime. If you get, once you get to lifetime, with this offer, it will unlock the Platinum Dream panel with all the filters. The Fiddle Zone filter, the Super Moon capability, the McAfee Ultimate filtering, the Super AO and Enigma entries that we talked about just a little bit ago. And that will go back in the bottle in April. So the end of the month here in March, we only do that in the first quarter, and then that's it. So if you want to grab that Platinum, it'll be there at the end of the 18 months, or you can request a payoff at any time as well on that one. All right, there's a beautiful play in there, but we are on this super duper fast scenario here. I am kind of waiting for this to slow up. When the chart clears, I'll know I can look for another play there. But I'll be honest, I'm peeking behind the veil. I am peeking. I'm seeing it. I see it there.
Harmonic NQ on the 6. Harmonic NQ on the 6.
Let's see.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Harmonic NQ.
Working on the bonus play.
Enigma long on the NQ9. Fib.NQ on the 6.
NFP was terrible and oil over $89. Let's see. Oil currently at $88.70 as of right now. It is fluctuating a lot, looks like.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Okay, big 11.6 here. Let's see if we get there's a break of a dot. I'm trying to wait. I am really trying to wait, but it's so tempting here.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Here's my red dot. Yep.
Double delta NQ on the
It's just, it is too fast. Psychology bot telling me, you know, look, it's gonna be hard, right? It's a little bit harder. I'm trying to be disciplined to do it, but y'all, I wanted to take that so bad. I wanted to take that so bad. We got the first dot break and then a red dot right after it. Perfect.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
941. The speed is literally too fast on the 6s. This is crazy. Crazy amount of volatility we've been having recently.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
168 ticks on the dot for ES. Done for the day. Very nice. Let's see. On that, this one dropped at 172 ticks. Quite a lot of ticks there.
Enigma short on the YM2.
Waiting for the psychology bot to tell me. Fear of the fear. Okay, DCR right there. With divergence over on the right. There she goes. See? Yeah, these are very nice plays in there. I'm trying to demonstrate some discipline here on the amount of speed. Waiting for that to clear up here to come into a little bit of easier track. Those are very playable though. I'm looking at it like I had time to hit that DCR. I don't know that it was that difficult. Here comes King timing.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6.
Good morning, Bob. What's up, buddy? I'm gonna stop in. I've been listening while driving this morning. Hope y'all have a great day. Fantastic. Thanks for dropping by, sir. Happy Friday. Hope you have a fantastic one. Oh, there's an Enigma. Here we go. Okay, is it gonna give me a second shot at it? We're popping up to it, coming up fast. I'm gonna try to grab this Enigma. It's my bonus play. Let's see.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
I don't like that I'm hearing buyers nonstop, and the nerd just went green. Hearing buyers step.
NQ on the 6.
Oh, blue dot test. Want to see if they crack it.
Fib.NQ.
Red dot. Add to position. Coming
Harmonic.
back to my POE.
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
Targets filled. Let's go. 7K on the day on the Enigma. Look at it. Look at it. We cleared the psychology bot. Look, the psychology bot is on. It cleared the screen and now it's back on, which means it came back to too fast. But did you see that window of time where that came off? I did not press anything right there. It cleared the screen It said, there's an Enigma. We've got great speed. Roll back the tape. You'll see this switch from too fast. The background color went off of red back to clear, plus the big X dropped off the screen. It showed me the Enigma. I took the Enigma. We came, we saw, we win. Let's go. Let's go. Happy Friday. Bob, thanks for dropping in, bro. I told you were my lucky charm, bro. I told you you're my lucky charm, bro. Let's go.
You got this, baby. I know it's been crazy. You don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. No matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not home. I know I can't let go without you near. Feel alone. I'm holding on your tricks. Got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. ALGO box, you turn it all around. You tell me that you
Alrighty then. Holy shnikes. That was something, was it not? That was pretty fun. Money gun? Oh yes. Sure. Let's spray that money gun everywhere. Why not? Oh, double money gun. Yes. Double money gun indeed. All right. Yes, we're going to talk about settings. Brian, let's see. Yes, we will talk about those settings. We had some questions come in the Ask Questions section there this morning that I said that I would get into. So let me go and let's answer those. All right, so the question was, let's play this through here. All right, here was the question.
Good morning. Is there a place or video you can point me to that has recommended strength leg settings for the Fibelladots and Enigmas based on what up chart you're on? I seen you playing around with it on stream yesterday, and as someone who just made it to the trading sim portion of the mentorship and taking every signal, I'm realizing that I might need to tweak them for optimum results. Thanks in advance.
Okay, so this question was specifically around, did he say both? I think it was just the dots, but I think he said another one. I just realized he said
Fib.NQ on the 9, NQ on the 40.
Yeah, he said Fibelladots and Enigmas. Okay, well, those are two different topics, particularly. Let's see. I think yesterday, I don't know that I saved the workspace after I made those changes. So if I'm going to go into the indicators, number one, first thing we probably need to do is I'm going to disconnect from the data feed before I start making any changes. Pro tip. Disconnect before you make changes. We have people all the time coming in and like, you know, look, the market is pouring in data. There's all these orders flowing in. If you saw the time in sales, you'd kind of understand like your PC, you know, it's hard to really think about what's really going on. But if you think about it for a minute of what your PC is doing when we're talking about multiple instruments, all the data that's flowing in, every order that's coming in to the CME nonstop, trying to be low latency to your PC, execute match orders, all those things. There's a lot going on. You just think, you know, oh, it's just, you know, it's on my screen. It's just a program. Remember, this is connected to the internet. This is, you're playing a video game against people across the world. This is like a multiplayer online game. Your ping matters, all that stuff, yada, yada. Okay. The reason I'm saying that is you're like, and then I want to go inside and change the configuration on my settings. We gotta pause it first. Okay. So let's pause the game before we make our changes. Okay. So with our version of pausing the game is we're going to go to connections and I'm going to hit disconnect. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm disconnected from my data feed. Now I can go into my configuration changes. Like I paused the game here. I'm going to go right click. I'm going to go into indicators. There we go. Okay, so now the question is Fibel-dots. In fact, I think I need to change this again because it didn't save. Yeah, I could tell because they were a little bit tight there this morning. Okay, now signal strength of 20, it's not the end of the world if you don't change it. So this is the other thing. To the person who was asking this question, be nice, Mr. Be Nice. It's not the end of the world if you don't change this. It just means you're going to see way more of them, because when I'm increasing this, it's just going to go, it's a filter. Everything that we do as a trader, try not to say everything and always, unless I literally mean it. So oftentimes we as traders, one of our primary jobs is to be able to filter. It's not, the hardest thing is not knowing when to trade. It's knowing when not to trade. And that's our job, to filter. So this is technically a filter. When you're adjusting parameters, you're trying to filter out, because you're filtering out noise. And sometimes though, like someone's noise is someone else's treasure, right? It's the whole trash and treasure thing in life as well. However, for us, using our strategies, our methods, our methodologies, we want to sometimes adjust this. And I have moved up timeframes significantly. So first of all, your question to, should I be adjusting this in my practice? No, I don't think so. You should be practicing down on lower timeframes anyways. However, in this market volatility, if you're playing this market replay data, you're going to have to go up to higher timeframes. Literally, it's a have to. And this is another thing that right now, if anybody is, struggling with your setups or your system is locking up and whatnot, it is probably because you are on too low of a bar size, because this market volatility is insane. Like, I've been doing this 20 plus years. I saw somebody yesterday said, like, in his 38 years of time, he's never seen the market be this, I believe his word was complacent. Just in your face volatility at a, like, there's spurts in my career. I'm used to seeing spurts of time where that will happen and it will ebb and flow. This is like sustained volatility, just continuous, like just going. You're like, okay, any moment this will slow down. No, it does not slow down lately. And that, from the processing perspective, like what we talked about earlier, as a nerd and someone who has to go into the data and we're trying to do something with that information, that is hard. So this strength value right here, I adjusted the other day to 35 in the same way that I changed the Enigma targeting to 35. So I believe that's why he was associating the two, because I did set both of them to 35. And again, this is just a, there's no quantitative evaluation of this. This is experience. This is experience going, I have seen this, forget 20 ticks. This thing's been hitting 35 to 50 ticks over and over again for my plays. So I'm just putting that there from experience, knowing that I can see that. Now I could write some complex code to do that, but as an experienced trader, I can just see it, and I'm just going to change the parameter. So I'm going to change this to 35, and all this is going to do is just going to show me less dots. Okay, so see all the dots that are here right now. When I do this, now that can be good or bad. I think like that double dot right there is probably going to go away. I'm not going to see it here in just a moment. I can just tell, because that is a very narrow range double dot for that to show up, which could be good. So there's a pro and a con to this. So the question to you that you had asked was, do I need to do this like you, Vinny, because I need to tweak. And I know the temptation is I got to change a bunch of stuff. No, you don't. You literally should just leave everything out of the box, in my opinion. You really should. I happen to be making this change because it's just super volatile. I'm not a big dot player anyway. So I'm going to cut down a few of the dots. Does that make sense? So that the dots are more significant to me, or at least in my opinion. However, I realize that I'm about to lose that double dot right there. I'm probably going to miss that double dot opportunity right there, etc. Let's see. As we play this, I'm going to hit 35. I'm going to click on OK. Watch the chart as it loads up. Yeah. See, a lot less dots there. Lose the double dot potential there, etc. So I hope that's a good enough example for you to know that you may not, let me turn off the psychology bot here, that you may not want to do that. And that's what I've been saying too, is that you don't really need to go tweaking and change and like every setting that Vinny's got, I need to do. When you're in your practice session, I set it to 20 because that's very common. The most common pullback for anything that returns to its high is 21 ticks. That is the mode. in statistics, there is the median, the average, then there's mode. Like the mode, go look that one up. It is a number that happens the most, not the average. Does that make sense? So looking for the mode. The mode is what number comes up the most that returns to all-time highs or returns to the most recent pivot, and that is 21 ticks. Now, this was a study done on the ES, so we're applying it to NQ, and you know the drill. Like, it could be way more, it could be way less, and in this environment, it's totally different. And of course, I think those stats are completely thrown when the market has gone crazy like this. But remember, I'm not trying to curve fit. Curve fitting is dangerous. People are like, well, I want it to be exactly tuned into the current market conditions. No, you don't. You want to get best fit for all scenarios. You are trying to fat tail the situation, okay? Inside of the bell curve, I want the meat, okay? I want the most scenarios here. I am less concerned with the outside tail, makes sense, of the outliers. I don't want to tune everything for this, okay? I want to tune everything for this and understand that we could be in this. I think that's a wiser play. Now, everybody's entitled to their opinion and how you want to play. It's all to you. Make sense? Good morning, Monta. Thanks for saying hello. So my adjustment to that is 35. The other item while I'm in there is he was asking about the enigmas. So on the enigmas, a couple things I do want to change while I'm in here. So I have, when I rebuilt the workspace, I rebuilt it with the standard enigma. Right now, if you're getting platinum before, well, basically the first quarter of the year, we're done with platinum. So everybody will have this. Anybody who purchases after this time, you will not have the additional things that you're about to see here. And I'll show you what I'm saying. So, but you'll have this. You'll still be able to turn on full auto, and you'll have L1 through L4. You'll have the confluence level, but you won't have MACV Ultimate, which is one of the biggest filters for the system and all that kind of whatnot. And outside fiddle zone. I mean, actually, there's a lot actually that I think about it. Like the platinum is awesome. So in fact, I want to put platinum on my charts here, and I'm going to do that now. So to do that, I'm going to go to the current Enigma standard, Enigma bot panel, and I'm going to remove this one from the chart, and I'm going to add the platinum version. Okay, remove, and hit apply. So that's gone, and now I'm going to get the Flowmaster Enigma Platinum. There it is. I'm going to double click it. Now for the settings, that whole 35 thing that we talked about for the targeting, so I'm going to scroll down, and now that I know that I'm on the higher time frame area here, there's that Enigma target parameter, and this is a visual thing. I want to up that to 35, so I want it to kind of visually show me 35 ticks out. Again, could put this to 50 if you want to really kind of target that T2 scenario. But for me, I like to use my hotkeys, left hand, left hand buy, right hand sell, although I'm more of a bear, so I almost have to just hold my hand in the same place all the time. I try to stick to a side and take the plays on that side, so there's less to think about. It's just becoming niche, being very good at your niche is a very powerful thing, in my opinion. And I'm here to simplify trading, not complicate it. All right, okay. I'm going to turn off the moonshot filter by default and show the Enigma target. I'm going to go to 35. The AO threshold, that's 15 bars each. Right here on the algo bar size for the fiddle zone calculation. You should know this from our training. This is one of the few things that you kind of need to know, depending on whether you're trading NASDAQ, ES, RTY, or the Dow. And for the bar size for the fiddle zone calculation, remember this comes from the MACV Ultimate and the MACV Local. So for that, yeah, news in 2 minutes. Coming up on 10 a.m. Thank you for the reminder there. I think we have Financial Juice turned on there. No, we don't. It disconnected for some. There we go. Okay, so we do have news coming out there in about 1 minute now, and power number is good. So I want to hit this drop down, and I want this
remaining for the data. I'll be leading with business inventories month over month.
I want this to be on algo bar 9. if, and again, this doesn't apply always, it's just if we turn on fiddle zone filtering, but I want that to be on there. I'm not going to turn it on right now because I still take plays inside of that. Confluence level, because I'm up on the 6s, I'm going to set this to L1. And remember, you can change this in the GUI interface as well. So I'm going to show you both of those because that's the whole point here. You can actually set this to start time, end time. So if you wanted to set these overnight and tell it to only take, like if you wanted it to kick off at 9 a.m. and run till 11 a.m., you can put that in here for your start time and end time. There's a lot of options in there for that. You go ahead and click on OK. Here comes the news. I'm not connected right now, so the markets are, charts are not going to go nuts. And I'm probably not going to connect it right now while the market goes absolutely nuts.
0.1% as expected.
There it goes.
IV PMI 56.6.
Here comes the news event here. All that I have access to see here looks like they're buying it. Going to strong buy there. I'm going to wait a few seconds here and then I'll try to connect after that first jolting reaction to the news occurs there.
Business inventory is revised down to 0% from 0.1. Goolsby says there might be more running room to go with productivity growth.
Another question that came into the chat there this morning. Faz, are you here? Faz, will you type in the YouTube chat if you are here? Gonna try to answer your question here.
When running bots on live stream, do you look at cadence before enabling or do you let it run full auto?
Okay, it's a great question. So he's paying attention to in the cadence videos. I'm talking about when I want to take the next Enigma. There's two different scenarios here. If I go zoom back one level here. Actually, let's go all the way back here. Go to all screens. Where is it? This
some
one.
losses here. They're now just down 0 spot.
So if I kind of mentally divide my screen in half, and this top side is full auto, and this bottom is kind of semi-auto, what I like to call cyborg. So if you hear me refer to cyborg trading, that is me plus the bots. That's where you'll see me executing down here on the live stream. But up top here, I have full auto running kind of, I wouldn't say all the time, but when I come in, turn this on, and these are just running, and I run them up to between 1,000 to 2,000. I've just seen that consistently almost every single day. These things can hit to about 1,000 or 2,000 very, very consistently across 6 instruments on Enigma side to side. That is just experience talking, okay? So that's why I run those in the morning and let those run to about 1,000 to 2,000 because I'm just trying to grab the meat. Just let my employees do what they do very well. Holding beyond that, the thing can be a lot of wild fluctuations. So when it hits that, I'm trying to get out at a high water mark. Because oftentimes when I've seen it, it's just again, this is experience. You spend a lot of time in backtest, optimize, walk forward. You get to know your strategies. You should do the same. Get to know your strategies. Get to know what you're comfortable running and all that, right? Now I've also seen, I have let the system run. Dude, the thing has done 30K in a day, right? But there's also, well, some of those days have had drawdowns of 5 figures and stuff. So it's like, if you want both, you know what I'm saying? And I personally, I don't want that. I want to get in, I want to get out, I want to know what I'm consistently going to be able to do. And that's just how I run that window of time. I don't want the increased volatility of that. And again, everybody is wired differently. The tools are there and I show you how I use the tools, but if you want to build something completely different from the tools themselves, that's kind of up to you. My job is to show you how I do things, and I'm not saying that what I'm doing is the absolute ideal. I'm not squeezing every drop of you know, gold out of the market. Okay. At the same time, I'm also not taking every bit of the risk being in the market all the time either. I'm coming in when I'm awake. I got my coffee going, and I'm on my A game. And if you go Google this stat, it says that humans are capable of maximum levels of concentration for 60 to 90 minutes. So I want to maximize a 60 to 90 minute window of time where I can come in and just know that I can run my business consistently with executing, getting in and getting out, and feel comfortable and confident in something that I can continuously repeat. And there's a lot of relief in that. It cuts out a lot of the unknowns. I do not like unknowns. I like to have knowns, right? I don't know if you guys are like that, but the answer to how do I, so that's the layout or the setup to answering this question of, he said, do you wait until after the cadence before you enable the bots? In the morning, I actually joked about this yesterday, but I was serious, is that they're like, when exactly do you start your bots? Like, I know it's very tempting to think like, oh, you're very regimented. Listen, you're a 9-to-5er.
That's because he has a finish.
Do you think CEOs, big dogs, like sit there and go, okay, like setting alarms at the time, I got to get up in the morning, and there's my timer, and there's my thing, and that, like, listen, folks, there's a lot of videos now that are out there about the difference between the wealthy and the people that are doing the song and the dance. Okay,
University of Chicago Booth School of Business.
I don't want to crush a lot of hearts and dreams here this morning, but the wealthy do not teach their children how to be good students. They teach them how to interact and how to run things and how to maximize time. I mean, look, you can be the greatest dancer in the world. You can be the best pianist in the world. You're just going to be an entertainer for the rich. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to get too philosophical on things. I'm just saying there is a difference. All right, let me connect this here real quick. I think I'm going to connect back to our things. So now the reason I'm saying that is it's tempting to think I want to know exactly the moment and exactly the time, and there must be an actual time because you're used to 9 to 5, because you've been taught your whole life. You get up at this time, you do your breakfast, you brush your teeth, you wash your hair, you do your thing, and you get to a thing, and you sit under fluorescent lights, and you raise your hand to go to the restroom, and you raise your hand to ask a question, and you sit in front of the chalkboard, and you listen to the authoritarian tell you that the earth is a circle and you're stupid. You know, all this crap that we're meticulously told what to do, and it's all, I mean, so much of it is lies to begin with, but that regiment, okay, I'm telling you, it's not necessary, and I don't live by that, and I don't execute by that. I don't create systems that require me to do that either, because people are like, what exact, literally the question yesterday is, what exact time do you start your system? As though I am going to start my stuff as exact. Do I seem like I'm poor to you? No offense, but I'm not broke. I'm not a brokey. I'm not a poor person. No offense to the people who are. I'm just telling you, when you get that relief of freedom and your time is yours. Your time is your most valuable asset. It's the only thing you cannot get back. Now, some people say you can't buy time. I don't believe that. I can buy time. I buy time all the time. If I got to work on something on my house, I use money to buy my time to do the things that I want to do with my family, with my church, with the things that I enjoy doing. Mostly it's all family. I got 4 children and whatnot. And we just, look, I love being a dad. It's my #1 favorite job, being a husband and a father. It really is. Secondarily, I love being a mentor. I love helping other people, watching them succeed. This is why I'm trying to encourage you to get to where you need to be. I'm the coach that's going to yell at you to get you to where you need to be. You can go look at my 1-star reviews. They're all the people who are, jealous, egos, and all kind of whatnot. But it's probably because I yelled at them one time to get them to do what they needed to do. Now, if you don't like that, then this is not the place for you, because I actually care, and I know that you're going to have to do things differently in order to succeed. And I'm that guy who I am willing to just do that at the cost of you. Well, maybe I don't like you. Well, Vinny, that one time you were mean to me. Well, sure. No, what's funny is in our 1-star reviews, it's never like, oh, the system doesn't work. Usually, I literally go look at the 1-star reviews. Some of them are like, well, system's great. If it didn't have Vinny in it, it'd be awesome. Like, oh, the system's great, but Vinny's a religious nutcase. Like, oh, the system's great, but Vinny yells at you. What? First of all, I don't want to yell at you. I may have yelled at that person because obviously they have mental issues. If you're going to go take the time to go write a 1-star review, you're also broke, okay? Like, you hop back in your Uber route, like, please deliver my sandwich, bro. I'm for it, okay? But what I'm saying is, all the way back to, when do I start my system? People were surprised to hear me say, about the time I finished my coffee. in the morning. Okay, there's priorities. And I built the system so it doesn't really matter to me because I spread my risk across multiple instruments. Watch. If you spread your risk across multiple instruments, because here's the thing, you should probably be able to answer this yourself, but it's not a bad question. Okay, what you asked is not a bad question. But how would I do cadence across 6 instruments? So here's my return question to you, and it's not questioning you. I just want you to think. How would I start cadence across 6 instruments? Ready, go. Give me some ideas. How would I work cadence if I were to start the system after cadence, because that was his question? How would I start my full auto after cadence across 6 instruments?
Now at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time, we're expecting comments from Fed's Daily and Fed's Paulson, who discuss private data at the U.S. Monetary
Anything's
Policy
possible.
Forum,
Okay, but let's do. Is it
School of Business Conference in New York?
Is it viable? Is it is it realistically possible?
Q&A. Now keep in mind
Every day, remember, day in, day out, we're trying to create the routine of, can I come in every morning, look and check cadence across all the instruments? Is that possible? Manually on each chart, not realistic though. Exactly. JJ Wooth nailed it, right? There's the answer. Not realistically, okay? So you should probably already know, probably not, right? And your answer would be correct, okay? I know there's no way for me to do that here. However, you said, do I do it in my live streams? Would I want to do that on one? Absolutely. How many times? Remember, while I am running this side, there's the division line here of full auto up here, FA, and down here, semi-auto, okay? Down here, can I do cadence down here easily? Question to the chat. Can I manage cadence and start cadence on my bot here very easily? Is the start time and end time exclusive to... But, you know what's funny? I don't recall. I believe it is. But I might have had start time. It's very common. Let me see if I had that. 5 years ago I coded that. Let's...
on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 9. Harmonic NQ on the 6. Double delta NQ on the 6.
It's in there. So standard Enigma bot does have start time, end time.
Enigma short on the CL2. Enigma long on the GC2.
Start overall with just one instrument. So now on one instrument, very easy. Okay, the answer, yes. So if you said yes, yeah, it's yes. I can absolutely do that. And I don't know that it's overwhelming doing just one instrument. Santaneco, I might, and again, look, I told you, like people all the time, like they get mad. Nobody likes to be told that they're wrong. So please don't get mad when I tell you guys you're wrong. It's y'all are here because that's kind of my job, right? To tell you, when you're wrong about something. So don't be mad about it. Like just be glad that you know the right answer now. I gained that in life a long time ago. I actually wanted people to tell me when I was wrong. It's almost like a superpower I have. I love it when people told me I was wrong. Like I would gain from it. I wanted to lose because I always learn more from losing or getting a question wrong than I did to get it right. Now, because I had that, I oftentimes started to find out that, well, I started becoming right a lot because I learned there's multiple ways to learn things. You can learn things on your own. You can learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes as well. So can I do cadence here? Very easily, literally very easy. So here's my debate on that is it's not overwhelming to do it on one. In fact, oh no, did I corrupt my workspace? Okay, I'm gonna have to rebuild this chart. I have multiples going on here. Okay, bummer. Okay. I'm gonna make sure we get the updated workspace out to you guys when I get a clean workspace. This is not a good sign. All right, I need to remove the enigmas and re-add them here. to not be showing 2 here. This will be one of those things that starts to allude to the fact that something's going to be wrong in your XML file on your workspace.
So again,
don't want to see that. Market's moving very fast right now, so I don't want to disconnect on it, but not a good sign if I've got 2 of those back to back and it's not actually there. But I want them to get better. Yes, exactly, Jimmy. I genuinely want you to succeed. Okay, I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to tell you when you're wrong and things, only because I want you to get better faster. Because the thing is look, you can get better and you can lose money and you can lose your time. I'm trying to give you time and money. Okay, I'm doing the opposite. And yes, it requires that you have to listen to me, unfortunately. Or you don't. You can turn it off, turn it down, or whatever. Put me on text only mode. I don't know. But the proper emphasis. What's funny is the people who write those 1-star reviews, like, I have hurt them at their core, right? There is a heart issue where I have deep dived into the deep tissue wound to them, but it was for good. It's like, when you hit the gym, you know that you're actually tearing down your muscles, like you're tearing them down, breaking them down so that they can become better. Do you understand that concept? Like, this is a thing that you need to understand. Like, that breakdown process is making you better. Oh, we got an Enigma 13.3 over here on the right. I'm going to toe in on this. 13.3, the big stop up top here.
Enigma short on the YM2.
It's already to its target. It hits 40 tick target. I'm kind of behind on that. Or I'm going off of my rants here, and I'm about to might be paying for this one. The divergence, gonna go half position. Yikes! Dots holding. Bull's still in control.
Fib.NQ on the
cross.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 6.
Red dot.
Fib.NQ
Nope.
on the 40.
Bears are getting broken here. Red dot's not holding. Nah, I'm gonna kill it. Okay, I'm gonna take a small loss on that. Looks like they're gonna keep running it up. I see a green dot. Yeah, I see a green dot show up over there on the right. Like, and they're launching there. There's a Mega Late Nate. I'm tempted to take this one more time here. What's our time? 10:15. I don't think I've been paying enough attention to that. And I see a giant bull. Wow, giant bull is in there. Okay, I'm not gonna fight him. All right, it's an 1800 level bull. Make sure you mark up that zone if you're gonna continue to play here this morning. Wow, they just balled up through that whole area. So this was a big bear area yesterday, and now Big Dog stepped in there. Okay, there she goes. Okay, so could have played it. Could have played it. Beautiful. Come off the dot. Beautiful drop off there afterwards, but just a little. I don't want to give any back on a Friday. Again, I don't want to be hung up at the desk trying to fight through things there. Let's see how the P&L worked there today. So there's the P&L there for the morning. Little up and a bump there to it. I'm gonna finish answering these questions though. So we're on the discussion of Enigma Cadence. I'm only debating you on the fact that, is it hard to do Cadence on one instrument? It is not. In fact, my answer this morning was, yes, I do this quite often here. What I'll do is, I'm deciding, hey, do I want to take the next Enigma? Literally, that's the question. Write it down. Do I want to take the next Enigma? That pops in my head all the time while I am trading in my discretionary / cyborg area. I look to the left over here, and I will count Cadence. This is easy. Did that one hit its target? The most recent one hit its target. Okay, well, we're at a cadence of 0. I'm done. Now I'm ready to go. Okay. Now, if I'm waiting for a cadence of 2, like, I just have to wait until 2 losers show up, right? Well, if the most recent one, like, I'm done. I already checked, right? I don't have to go back and look farther. I hope you know that, right? Just now we're using logic.
Seeing from US,
did this one hit its target? It did. So was that a winner? Yeah. So we have a cadence of 0.
Flows
right?
via Hummers. 14 million.
Look over here to the left. And now we don't have to do this.
Trapped inside the Middle East.
Look at this one. I mean, this one literally called the bottom.
The Japanese government,
and she launched, right? Like this Enigma right here. That is a moonshot. 554 ticks for the call on that one right there. That right there, that's worth a screenshot. Smile, say cheese. There we go. Maybe later I'll take a screenshot of that and post that on Twitter or something. I don't know. Have some fun with it. 554 ticks to the upside. So if we were over here, though, yeah, let's find a place where Cadence might have not worked well. But we don't have to do this. You understand that? Like, I don't have to go back here and check, like, well, what's the Cadence now? Because remember, it's right now. We have to trade the right side of the chart. Unlike ICT, who wants to point over there to the left-hand side of the chart and be like, you know, hey, check this out. Oh, there he is. There he is. Just trust me, bro, trade it. Off my screen, you fat.
Ha ha! You should have joined ALGO Box, dumbass.
Whoops. How did he get in there? What was that about? We have to trade the right hand side of the chart. Okay, we don't get to come over here to the left hand side of the chart and explain what happened over here like ICT does. Okay.
Give me a card to the technology. See, I told you I got a shrink around for that. Oh, consequent encroachment. It's right now.
Shut up.
Liquidity grab.
Shut up, dude. Yeah. You only have to care about the right hand side of the chart. So I can literally look over here to the left. I just have to find the most recent Enigma. Was it a winner? It was. Boom, 0. Okay, so no, I don't want to turn the full auto on. Make sense? So easy. I can wait till Cadence is in my favor. Does that make sense? And then I can take the next one. Too much fun. Let's see. I have too much fun on a Friday. It's good. We've got another question here. Not in the chat, but I'm listening on YouTube. Fantastic. Awesome, Foz. Appreciate the explanation. You're very welcome. The other question was running bots to the Cadence. Okay, so the answer is yes, absolutely. When I can, when it is feasibly, and when it is not feasibly, when it is feasible, and when it is not ridiculously impossible. I mean, I could go through all these. Do I really want to go up to the top of my screen? And like, I'd have to like maximize the window on each one of these and look over to the left or whatever. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, here comes a project manager. I can already listen. All you project managers, put your boop boop right back in your pants here for just a moment here. I know what you're gonna say.
Well, Vinny, you know what you could do? Why don't you set up a? I'll just set up some code to track that and put it on the screen. You know, tell her what the cadence is right there on the screen.
Yeah, we could do that. Where's your stop going to be? What are you going to validate or invalidate? And yes, you could programmatically do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. We could do that. Not worth my time. Not worth the effort. You'd have to, because that is also adjustable. It's adaptable. Like, where is your stop on this? Is your stop going to be behind the numbers? Because I kind of sometimes want to put it behind the numbers. Is it going to be behind the ball? Exactly. Depending on if you squeeze the chart in or squeeze the chart out, it is a loosey thing based on what the current market speed is. So you'd have to adjust on all that. Do I want to write all that code just to do that? Just so I can, by the way, start on Cadence? Or can I just know that my equity curve will be smoothed out because I'm already handling some of that insurance, aka insurance, by spreading my risk across multiple instruments? See? So I'm not necessarily concerned. In fact, I can almost tell you that the majority of the time, do you understand that the cadence is almost always 0 up here? If you understand that, now that might be a little deep. Think about it for a moment. Cadence is 0 across all. Why? Because one of these probably had a most recent Enigma that was a winner, right? Across 6+ instruments, it is likely that one of them has probably recently hit a target. And if it was one, if all of them all had one, it's unlike, it is very rare that they're going to have 2. And if that scenario did occur, sure, I'd love to start it after that, but I can also kind of engage and know that I can wait until a big market move before I turn it on too. You see, which one's easier? To just wait until I see a big market move, like I look at the 89 chart. Oh, you guys can all see the whole screen here. So isn't it just easier for me to wait until there's like a big move that's already played over here and then turn it on? See? So I would rather do that. Make that be my cadence. That be my, hey, here's when I want to turn this on. Or at the same time, do I want to wait around for all that? Or like hyper over to my desk in the morning? Me got to get to computer. Brush teeth, comb hair, shave face. Worky. Or I'll just be like, dude, I'm gonna grab a coffee this morning. I sit at my desk and we'll see what the market's doing. Oh, we're just having fun. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. We're just having a little fun here on a Friday. If you're not having fun doing it, I think you're doing it wrong. We have a little phrase about that. If you're not doing, not having fun doing it, I think you're doing it wrong. Speaking of doing it right, though, holy shnikes. Are y'all seeing this? Hold on, we gotta zoom in on this. This is the optimized range. I was a little disappointed yesterday. Somebody's been in our room since like November, and they were like, how did you know that the optimized range is 40? Wait, how did you do that? I'm like, did you watch video 1?
According to a court filing, U.S. Customs
It's really
Protection are unable.
mind you, they were in another room. Okay, so this person knows who they are, but I was like, you don't know that we post these in our room every Sunday night? Tell it to me like I'm 5 years old. Okay. On Sunday night, we post a grid in the chat that tells us every instrument, what thing it's going to be on. I post the image. Anyway, optimized range, folks. The 40 right now just knocked a home run out of the park with this Enigma. Holy shnikes. Literally called the entire move. You are welcome. These don't repaint for all the people like, your stuff repaints. Folks, there's one thing that repaints in our entire system. The dots repaint. And I tell you guys, I've told you guys why. The dots are the only thing in our system that repaints. Everything else. If you're going to see a broken PRZ, it'll be a broken PRZ. If the Enigma doesn't work, it's not going to be. So this is not a call from, oh, well, it redrew that. No, it didn't. It draws it in real time at the time it happens, and it doesn't move. The greatest system on the planet. There's not one better. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Friday. Don't forget, there is how many hours left? There is 13 hours left to get that $199 a month offer over 18 months. Best deal, beats Black Friday, and it includes platinum at the end. You can request a payoff at any time and unlock platinum. So you're probably not ready for platinum on day 1, but maybe day 2. Just kidding. Around day 90 or so, if you want to jump in on it, you might want to do the payoff there to unlock that bad boy so that you can do what I just said right there. Look for Cadence, then go click, click, clack, boom, pow, bill zone on, done. And now I'll wait to take the next play. You might want to do that. If you don't like that, you don't like turning on things and letting things do themselves, maybe it's not for you. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget, Apex is doing 85% off. Please use code ALGOBOX so that we can do some giveaways next week. I'm going to try to do some giveaways next week. I'm going to contact my guy here today, Friday, see if they can hook us up for the month to go, hey, we're trying to get people to use our code. Use code ALGOBOX, get 85% off at Apex. If you're not doing Apex, use our code at Funded Next or Trade Day. Those are the top 3. Those are the 3 that I'm going to say, listen, stop playing the song and dance, try to figure out everybody's rule changes nonstop and everything. Yes, I know Apex just recently changed theirs, but they changed it for the good. Everybody complained that Apex, oh, I don't like the trailing drawdown. Okay. Well, now they have end of day accounts. Now what's the complaint? They're still going to, at least they're going to pay out. At least you know that they're big enough. They're not going to go out of business like all these other ones that are like fly-by-nighters. Get in with a team that is going to make sure that you can get paid. That's the most important thing. If you're going to play the rules of the funding games, get in, get out. Let's go. Happy Friday. I'll see you guys on Monday. Don't forget, March is the last month that we're doing this out here public. We will be inside of our Discord. So if you're not in our Discord, go join it. It's currently free. In fact, Discord will always be free. However, there will be a premium section for those who want to attend a live stream with us in the afternoons. In April, we will begin to only do summary videos publicly. We'll talk through the plays. We'll show results from me. We'll show results from our members and the crew. Hopefully you guys enjoy that format. It will shorten things. If you're kind of watching this in the after hours and trying to catch up on the great plays that we did, you'll be able to see a recap video instead of, having to wade through multi-hour live streams, all that fun stuff. I think it'll be better for everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Friday. Blessings on you and the family. See ya!
The old adage where, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, more money and better opportunity, I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investors because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use they have better front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.
Forex is littered with crooks, black hat guys, all this kind of shifty characters and companies trying to extract money from your pocket and stick it into theirs. And one of the things that they do is operate these Forex signals.
Delta 5 Logan. Long. Look for long. Harmonic pattern. Pick up. Down on freeze. Order filled. Target filled.
on the 40. 2-finger NQ on the 8.
Audio Jungle.